Tonight, on an interview with an interesting person, part 2 of Jynell Veverka.
Yeah!
And now your host, Kevin Schoen.
Thank you, Ken. All right.
I'm back.
I'm well practiced now.
Okay.
Jynell Veverka.
Very good.
Yes!
You get to live.
Nailed it! Well, our last interview was about sword fighting, so I don't want to mess with Jynell.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah, master of swords.
Almost.
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 Okay.
We're getting there.
But we're here to talk about some of your art. I hear you're into a little bit of drawings about monsters.
I am.
Tell me all about it. And, yarn, too. You're into multiple media.
Yes, I like to play with string, like a kitty cat.
Really?
Yes.
So, tell me about the yarn creatures. What
About
do you
the
make?
yarn creatures?
Yeah, what kind of yarn creatures do you make?
I am a starving toy maker.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm the elf that Santa kicked out of his workshop after the pot incident.
Right,
So
of course.
sorry, a lot of casualties happened.
Right, yeah. So get out of here. We don't know if we're into yarn creatures, but so what type of creatures do you make?
It is a Japanese style called Amigurumi.
Amigurumi.
And it is a single stitch technique where I could craft stuffed animals into any shape, any form.
Really?
So I specialize in little turtles, cute little turtles that I make out of scraps.
Now are these
All the way
made
to
out
dragons.
of all the turtles to dragons? Now are these? Are you using colored yarn, or are you using one color, or how's that all working?
Any kind of yarn.
Really?
Any color. It could be fuzzy yarn. It can be boring yarn. It can be scratchy yarn.
Now what's the style? The Japanese style? called?
Amigurumi. Amigurr.
Hard to translate.
Don't make
Japanese.
me spell here, gosh.
Amigurumi, that's awesome.
Nuigurumi.
Nuigurumi?
Nuigurumi. Gurumi means stuffed animal.
Gurumi does,
Yeah,
okay.
Gurumi means stuffed animal in Japanese.
And what does Ami mean?
Ami, I think it's probably saying animal, maybe, or something.
Oh.
Or, animated or something. You know, it's half of a word. You have to figure it out.
Is this so? This is a somewhat common Japanese art form, or like if you went and talked to an average Japanese person on the street and you said, "Oh, I do Ami
Gurumi.
Gurumi."
They probably know what I'm talking
They would.
about.
They would. Okay.
Probably,
They'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, my grandma does that."
yeah, then feed me some rice.
Right.
And feed me some awesome food and do something more important.
Right. So, how did you get into this?
I was bored and decided that I was going to crochet like an old lady that I am.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then I learned I could make shapes.
Yeah.
And then I learned I could turn those shapes into, like, what do you want, like forms. And so I made this weird squash one time. And I said, this looks like a dragon. I'm going to put some limbs on it. And I'm going to sew wings on it. And then behold, I had the ugliest crochet dragon you've ever seen that was falling apart and sad. And then about 5 years of practice, I started just creating all these animals and characters at the top of my head. And then people say, here, read this pattern. Can you make me this thing? And I said, no, I can't read this pattern, but I can try to figure it out on my own.
Right. Right.
So it was just something I mostly did to pass the time.
Right.
But once in a while, I'll sell some of my animals if I need to pay a phone bill or I want to buy a burrito or something. Mostly it's a hobby. I enjoy doing it. It keeps me out of trouble.
Right, right. And so that's awesome. Tell me about, is there a way you can look at these? Do you have pictures of these? Do you put any of them online?
I have a Facebook
Really?
page. It's called an Offworld Realm.
An Offworld Realm.
An Offworld Realm.
So if I type in an Offworld Realm.
You'll see a picture of a starburst.
Really?
And you click on it and you'll see all sorts of crazy stuff going on there.
And that's your...
that is my personal art gallery.
An Offworld Realm.
An Offworld Realm.
Dude, you've got that locked up. That's a good one. I gotta tell you.
It's like a tongue twister.
Right.
No, say it 3 times fast.
An Offworld. I can't do it. It's
You failed.
impossible. I know. I failed only at one. So you're also into art.
Yes.
So you kind of do some drawings.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about those.
So my art is my life.
Mm-hmm.
My art depicts what I am feeling at the time.
Yeah.
A lot of it is for my own personal entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'll take commissions.
Yep.
Sometimes I don't.
Right.
But I'm a dreamer. I love to daydream. I love to fantasize. I think in motion picture. I'll come up with an image of my head of something really interesting, and I have to get it on paper so I can show everyone what I'm thinking.
These are monsters, aren't they?
I can't exactly describe what it is. It could be monsters, it can be landscapes, it can be silly clothes, just anything.
Okay.
But mostly it's going to be fantasy-type illustrations. It all began with a rat in a raincoat.
So is this pencil, or is it pen,
It could
or is
be
it anything?
Anything.
Really? So you're...
Anything, except charcoal. I hate charcoal. It makes me angry.
It does.
Yes.
Why?
The last time I used charcoal, there was a fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can see how that would put a damper on things.
Right.
And so, do you I hate that charcoal. Really? So you're using charcoal and one day just something burst into flames?
Well, I didn't like the picture, so I set it on fire.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay.
because
So you got really,
it was smeary and it made a mess, and there was a lot of swear words, and then, behold, it was in a chimney.
Right. Okay.
Where it probably still is to this day.
Right. And you were just like, I'm done with that charcoal.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing that again, ever. I'm done with that.
And don't get me started on pastels.
Oh,
But
no, pastels! That's like colored charcoal almost, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, it just looks like a clown exploded when I'm done with it. It's just terrible.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you're like, I'm not playing that song.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not playing that game.
So
no
it's
charcoals.
mostly going to be black and white, or I like to use Prismacolor pencils. It
Prismacolor.
depends on the mood.
Ooh, yeah.
Am I angry? Am I cheerful?
Yeah.
Am I wistful?
Wistful.
Or do I want to destroy everything?
Really? Ooh, yeah. So are you depicting battle scenes at all?
Of course I am, especially as of now. There'll be an interesting drawing coming up very soon.
Really? And so are you posting these online as well? At your,
I am.
Okay.
Once in a while I'll post them on my Facebook page. I'll say, look what I drew.
Yep.
But mostly I'll do a collection on my gallery page, and then everyone's welcome to give it a like and take a look and
it was an Offworld realm. Awesome, man.
Good.
I'm gonna totally check it out.
You should.
Yeah.
You will.
Well, thank you, Jynell. We really appreciate you being on the show and telling us all about it.
Aw.
I learned something completely new. I never knew there was a particular style of Japanese stitching.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm Kevin Schoen. This is Interview with an Interesting Person, and tonight we had Jynell Veverka. Veverka!
Almost.
almost got it. Jynell Veverka. Interview with an Interesting Person. Thanks a bunch for watching. And thanks for coming on our show. Really
Thanks for
appreciate
inviting
it.
me.